I did makeup to shoot a video and then I cried. But I figured like maybe it's better adjustments for my character. I've noticed that every time it's rain, I cry. And I'm not sure about causes. What came first? My mood manifested in the rain, or the rain influenced my mood? It's literally so connected all the time. I used to do tarot readings every time when I was like catching the insight, clarity, if you will. Sun always came out of nowhere, even if there was shitty weather. Not shitty, cloudy. Are you guys think that you're out of different galaxy? I meditated for like a month, I guess, like almost every single day, several hours. I saw a lot of images about different civilizations, how the world works, like hell of a shit. I felt kind of crazy. And now I don't feel crazy about it because I don't know, but the thought that we are only one living system is kind of ridiculous to me. Like, for some reasons, people just love to play like they know something. I don't understand that. You don't know a shit. You don't know a shit. Just say it. You can even talk about a God without hesitation. Some of us believe in God, some of us don't believe in God. Some of us believe in them more than believe in ourselves. Some of us, we're like, no, there is no such a thing as God, you stupid bitch. Why are you acting like you know something? Lately, I became obsessed to set up some goals. For some reasons, the depth of my unsatisfaction was more than my intention to make my wishes come true. Because I'm like, here's the thing. I don't want to sound arrogant, but here's what I literally think. If you're galaxy being, it is so fucking annoying to make your human wishes come true. Because they're stupid. Do whatever you want with this information. But if I'm being honest, what is on my mind 24/7, the biggest universal unsatisfaction of my own being on this planet. So I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? What money? Objectively, my life is good. I didn't even break any bone for my whole life. I don't know why am I feeling all of that. Sometimes I feel like my civilization dumped me here. And I got angry. I hope I'm kidding. I'm not. Am I being too honest to you? Sometimes I feel like I love my family, I love my friends, and I don't know, I don't have an energy to talk to them. I don't know, they're different. Like literally we are from different planets. I think they don't even know me. Sometimes I feel like my family is fucking strangers. But because they are. I didn't ever understand the phenomenon of being relatives, like not even relatives, but when you feel emotionally connected, I had to help them because it's my blood. I had to talk to them. I had to find them. This is my blood. I don't know, maybe I'm a bitch, but I don't feel connection just because of the blood. Maybe bitch is my civilization. That could have explained everything. It happens to me already ouch! Already fourth time, the literal scene of my imagination materializes. Of course, it's obviously manifestation, etc. But I mean, like a thought, just a thought about some scene, just a fantasy, and it appears. And it's already fourth time when I'm just fantasizing about something, and it happens in days. And it scares me at the same time, satisfies me as fuck, and inspires me to keep going, but in different direction. Because first one was when I was arguing in my mind with people about our dog peeing on their territory. Because in Russia, obviously, it's bad peeing on someone's territory, but the common territory before the house itself, it is actually common. There's no host of this territory. I guess some part of me was not actually satisfied by the construct of this concept, but also I have nothing to do with it. Therefore, these two sides were appearing in my fantasy as two arguing person, me and someone else from that territory. And you know what? I literally got this scene. Pros of that situation, I was prepared for that, so I got my arguments. Cons of that situation, it is stupid. It is not something I want to experience. I just want our dog out. And actually, it's not even my dog. Second stupid manifestation, let's call it that way. When I was afraid that another dog will appear without any owner and a leash. Surprisingly appeared to me that I am brave enough to literally cover my dog by myself and to say fucking no to this dog. Even though I don't know which comments do they have. I don't know, maybe dogs have some sort of telepathy and they just understand what you're meaning. Third thing, I was afraid that our dog without a leash and another dog without a leash will fight each other, and that what happened lately 2 days ago. Appeared to me again. I am surprisingly brave enough to literally show my hand in the middle of fighting between two dogs, slap another dog and grab my own, and repeatedly saying no to the fucking stranger so it will stick away. And why I'm saying you that? Because today my broken knees, well, not broken, just, I don't know, crashed a little bit, scratched, because today stupidly manifested forth my scene of imagination in the middle of people, in the middle of other dogs, and our dog will slip out of the collar and attack another dog. Yes, my knees are my knees today the way they are because that bitch was angry for some reason, even though she's kind to everyone, but I can't even be angry about her because it's my manifestation, but exactly today, exactly after slipping out of the collar, I got no other choice to drop myself on my knees and to grab her. I haven't even noticed actually that my knees are in blood and in dirt. The only thing what I was feeling was passive aggression by the different owner and her dog. And I'm sorry, but she barked at us too, so get the fuck out of here. I just don't know. I can hear thoughts, and sometimes people think loudly. And she thought that I'm a bitch. She farted. Her dog was angry too. Maybe she provoked my dog, you know? We never know. We never know what was the trigger. The situation is situation. Let's laugh about it and go away. No, that bitch were thinking that I'm a bitch. Do you understand me? It means stop fucking farting when you're sitting around me. So, apparently this bitch just pooped on the ant's house. I don't remember the word, but I hope on your understanding. The ant's house, where the ants live. And when I grabbed her shit, some ants were in the shit. And I was like, what are you doing, Vesta? He will die as a piece of shit because of you. Do you understand that? She doesn't care. It's funny when people write healthy vitamins and nutritions on the food, because one time when I was pooping, I figured that some of the healthy food came out of me in the same form they came in. Therefore, I'm asking, where exactly I supposed to have my vitamins? Something isn't clicking. Something isn't clicking. My mom always calls me autistic when I share these thoughts to her. Maybe she's right though. Sometimes I feel like food is more informational substance than we think it is. I'm actually a true believer that food is not necessary for bodies. I think that we are dying without a food because we are freaking out and because we're generally programmed. It's just collective consciousness we agreed on that food is for surviving and we will die. Sounds so programmatic. What do you mean I'll die without a food? I can do whatever I want. I'll die when I say so. I will do whatever the fuck I want, whenever the fuck I want. But now I want a soup. А где морковка? Вот она морковка. Морковка. I don't know, you guys, have you heard the information that blueberry and carrot are good for your eyes? In Russia, we literally had a lot of ads, advertising, where promotion was based on the information that, hey, these vitamins are actually with carrot and carrot good for eyes. Try these supplements, blueberry based, blueberry good for eyes. 2 years ago, I've heard a story that actually connection between your eyes health and carrot was made up in the war because one side whispered this gossip to another, so they would eat more carrots, but they were poisoned. It's the same shit as an information about breakfast, how important breakfast is. After hours program that you will almost die if you will not have a breakfast, although I'm nauseous every time if I'll eat in the morning. This is actually was made up too by the guy who were selling breakfast corn stuff. This is so stupid. We live in a world of marketing. Honestly, don't get me wrong with science, but sometimes science just looks like he said, she said, and I'm assuming that his assumption, yada yada yada. I will not be surprised if one day some part of science will say like, hey, you know what? Food is actually poisoning us, and we feel better if we don't eat. I will not be surprised. Морковка. To be quite honest, it's not what I wanted to talk to you about. I got a crazy feeling lately. Like, have you ever noticed that you can't actually drop the present moment out of yourself? Like, you can't just fuck the present moment. It's not possible. You know what I'm saying? You feel like you're moving yourself from one place to another. If you're being quite honest, your moment actually the same. Like, you're moving your legs and the picture is moving. Only thing what holds is you, your awareness and present moment, and you can't drop it. I feel insane. The way you will appear in my reality and talk to me honestly would feel like you appeared in my reality. Not that I found you somehow and walk into your area. So weird. So fucking weird. Sometimes I want a vacation. I want to just a second to drop this body in this present moment and go somewhere else. But I'm... Where do I go? Why do I want that? You never guess what I found. Happiness! I'm kidding. Lymphatic trainer. I thought that is a myth. I literally thought that people who buy that is actually mythological, made up personalities, and that could never happen in my reality, but here it is. Watch me. Alright. We need the maximum. It's 180 no matter what it means. I feel my ass was born for that. That's another level of vibration. All things God, I was prepared. Guys, I feel like I don't belong here. I'm in the planet. For 10 years, I was observing people. I was observing how they live, what they think, what's their values, and I just realized that I just don't fit in any of the form. And I felt like it's kind of exhausting because no one can relate to you. Not saying that as a being pick me because there's nothing to pick. I'm like, no matter if you ask me any of question, what I think about something, 99% A, you would not expect what I say. B, you didn't hear that before, and C, you would not agree with me. These days I was actually chitty-chatting with myself about relationships because honestly I want to get married. Like, I'm so wife, and not like in the terms of cooking and stuff like that. I don't consider cooking and wife the same thing. Being a loyal wife to me is a being life partner. I mean, like the partner who actually feels like me in other body. The person who I can trust my whole life. The person who could actually know me better than sometimes I know myself. But at the same time, I don't want to lose myself and my experience of life with the person. I feel like I want scratching myself everywhere. Are we done? Yes, bitch. So, but the point is that I'm so free-spirited person, so I don't want to lose it just because I get married. And I have radical views on that. Like, what if I wanted to be a prostitute? Who knows? Do I want to be? No. But what if I wanted to? Because for me, I feel like people are bullshitting each other. I delusionally think that they own someone. When I have a curiosity how it is to be intimate with someone else, to try new things and to try new energies, would my partner be telepathical and wise enough to realize that I would not bring in into our relationships wrong energy? It's just, I feel like life is more than stuck with the one personality because you like had to. And I'm not just saying that once we will get wife and husband, I will fuck in every person I met except my husband. It's not what I'm saying. Yes, you're my main partner for life, but if once in a year I want to experience something else, you would be okay with that, because why the fuck you not? Even have in your vocabulary the word cheating, but at the end of the day, if you betrays your desires and your interest, who are you loyal to? And who you're really cheating?
For something or searching for something because it was again going to fill some wound, or that was like you were searching for yourself. And
Guys, I feel like I'm so fucking old for Instagram. Yes, I said it. You know why? You know why? I just wanted to make a post. Basic stuff. Here my new vlog, guys. Please watch that. For my 16 subscribers, I'm not kidding. I just didn't get how you're doing this nowadays. I couldn't find a plus, a cross. I couldn't find a fucking cross. Book. New post. I couldn't find this fucking button. I tried to find it on my page. I tried to find it on For You page. And I end up scrolling For You page for 20 fucking minutes of my life. Treasurable, golden life. And I didn't make the post. I'm so obsessed about my videos. Yeah, I'm not ashamed to be obsessed about myself, because who else am I to be obsessed about? For my justification. I just love exactly specific moments what I wasn't planned to do. It just happened. You know, some transitions, music, it's just brilliant. I'm so proud of myself. I'm so proud of my intuition. I'm so proud of my life. I'm so proud of my reality, who is just sometimes that bitch. So basically I don't need to do anything for my videos on purpose, because it just creates the brilliant shit by itself. And I'm so proud of this. Just so you know, it's just a little bit hard. Just so you know. What is going on? What do you want? I don't understand. You want something specific? Do you... Do you want that? Let's try it. Okay, let's try it. Were they good? Can I tell you my biggest fear? My biggest fear is to die and realize that life itself, with animals, with body, with organs, and whatever we're experiencing here, career, brand deals, money, will happen to me again. Same shit. Over and over and over again. Having alien to alien talk here. The unity of our consciousness is obvious. That's why telepathy is working, manifestation is working, clairvoyance is working. And that's why sometimes you just can't, for example, I want money. And if you feel like you deserve it, someone actually can like, okay, cool, I give you money. You know, when I feel a little bit tired, this is like necessary action for me to sit and meditate a little bit. This is how I live. For me, using a substance in the moment like that, it's a bad trip. Therefore, I meditate because my inner voice is calming me, giving me a hope that when I die, I will reconnect with something out of this planet and fucking get away. 1, 2, 3, 4 on a timer. Because I would be like true believer that I'm just an alien and I'll just keep doing the same shit I'm doing and then we'll die, we'll see. But sometimes I run into the videos or spiritual or mystical people. They surely, confirmly saying stuff like there's not such a thing as something out of this planet because the planet is the consciousness itself. And that's the moment when I became like insane. I'm losing my shit. I'm losing my mind. I don't wanna be here! Sometimes I hear a little whisper, because like a little vibration of connection or memory with different civilizations. I consider two things in a situation like mine. First, nobody can know you better than yourself. I cannot assume on 100% that they can hear this whisper as I do. Based on that, actually, I can be alien and they can be not. So I can't completely trust them on the knowledge that this shit is what only exists. And second of all, me experiencing desperation, exhaustion, this sadness. I feel like I am human beingly experience alien fears. Actually, I'm preparing myself through meditation to death. Yes, I know, I'm 20-something years old. I actually don't remember, oh my god. I'm preparing myself with meditations. When I hear this whisper, what I consider being the whisper of different civilizations, I'm just catching it and holding it, because when the moment when I'll die, I know that could be a mistake for me to go into the light, because I feel like it is the same what is going out of vagina. I don't want to do that. I don't. Therefore, if I want a different point as a different civilization, I need to keep my awareness to that. You know what I'm saying? What the fuck is life is? It's so weird. Oh my fucking god! Let's do this one more time. That's exotic. You see, that's why I am saying that sometimes I'm aesthetic, not all, like... If I got a complete credit to talk about whatever the hell I want, and don't being called out for this, don't being called delusional, don't being called crazy, and I would be allowed to be a completely alien self, I would say that our planet is simulation. It's not final thing what we can experience. Like, it's the whole animal. People are frauds here. Like, literally frauds. Like, their body are not supposed to be here. If people would just disappear, planet doesn't change. And would exist just fine. About a year or so ago, I started getting huge downloads in my mind. I would not be detailed about this experience in this time in my life, but I wanted to die so bad every fucking day. And not because I wasn't unhappy, really. Well, from some perspective I was, but... And I started to meditate, and I started to, like, sitting in meditation and affirming, I know who I am, I know where's my civilization, I know where's my home, my civilization, my home. And I started to get a huge downloads about what else can we experience as consciousness. And I saw exactly different worlds. A civilization of information where people are almost blue, their bodies are blue, their connections from molecules. Like, if we will zoom into our bodies, we will actually see another animal. From big animal to little animal. Everything is living, everything is eating and pooping at the same time. This is all the planet do, eating and pooping itself. There is no such thing. There's just an information. They can know their body different and reshape this body. I call it the civilization number 9. Another civilization what I saw is civilization of pure energy. It's the healers, by the way. It's the people healers. When they are talking about, yes, I'm calling the light into your body and I'm healing you. Yes, that's what I do. There's just a pure frequency of energy. If that would be color, it would be yellow-white. On their civilization, there's no shapes whatsoever. Here they can express this light. Here they can bring this light into the matter. And that's why they call themselves light workers, because their civilization is a pure light. That's why people conflict sometimes. Because civilization number 9, consciousness information, they're like, I want to manifest stuff by changing my thoughts, by changing my perception, by changing my program, reprogramming this is the game of civilization number 9. And light workers are just be. You see what I'm saying? At the end of the day, there's no such thing as being crazy and delusional. There's no such thing, because everything when it comes to a fantasy comes from the different world. That's what I would say if I was completely honest to you. I feel like this is something about this chakra when you became connected to cosmos. We became grounded and connected to matter. Yoga taught us that. Fine, positive, encouragement. What about cosmic stuff? What about the mind stuff? And I hear that the planet Earth, for some reasons, is a soup of these consciousnesses.